is known for having a lot of Bloods, even though there are some Crips on the west side of Inglewood, but you talking about Mafia, Inglewood family,
Yeah, it's a predominantly Blood city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if it's Crips there, they like they small. You know what I mean? So like you could like, you know what I mean? They small. So like Inglewood is basically like a Blood city. But I grew up on a diverse street where it was Tongans on that street. Tongans, Hispanics, and blacks, and like they grew up to be Tongan Crips, but like I wasn't around Crips, like so I thought what I was doing was regular.
Now the Tongans were they on 104th?
They was on 102nd, but you had some that lived on the opposite side of Yukon. I mean on the like opposing the other side of the Crenshaw Marvies, further down closer to Prairie. They'd be down there, and then you know, like it 102nd and 104th.
And did you get to I guess you functioned with some of them before you became a Blood or something?
Yeah. I know. I grew up with Tongans. Like it was like 2 or 3 family of Tongans on my street, and like it's my boy Tony. I still keep in contact with him. Tone Low, he from Tongan Crip. Like we hollering on Facebook or whatever. Like you know what I mean. When I left Inglewood, he wasn't gang bang. He was skinny Tongan dude, play football. Then when I get to camp, when I see him, I'm like, okay. I tell you, me and my boy, like we about to get down with him. He said my name, Ascari. I'm like, it's me, Tony. He like, you know, Simba grew up and now y'all big. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know that was him. I tell him, kick back, man. He ain't good people. Like I grew up from childhood, like you know what I mean. Like he from Tongan Crip now, but we still good though.
Now on that side of Inglewood, that's not Inglewood family area.
Nah. I was originally raised on the south side of Century, where it's like Christian Mafia, where that was Center Park. But I ended up joining Inglewood family though. But my auntie, you know, she lived and still got a house over there, and that's where me and my relatives we'd go every weekend. Like we'd meet up over there. We'd be riding bikes around the neighborhood and hanging out over there. And I went to Warren Lane Elementary, and you know what I mean. So I used to program on that side of Century a whole lot. So that's where I gravitated to.
So would that be considered the bottoms on the south side?
The south side of Century, yeah, that's the bottoms, like yeah. But the street I lived on was like 3 streets past 104, like on 107. But you know the bottoms are 104th, between 104th and Century. As far as Inglewood, all them old heads from every hood of Inglewood basically watched me grow up. Like whether it's Weirdo, Center Park, Avenue Pyro, Queen Street, Neighborhood Pyro, Cinella Park, Inglewood family, like they you know what I mean? They all know me and see me come up as a kid though. Like I'm an all around Inglewood dude though.
So when you grew up, Weirdo was already out?
Yeah, when I was growing up, yeah.
Because would that be considered like the newest of the Blood sets in Inglewood?
Yeah, yup. Because I think Center Park came out before Avenue Pyro. So yeah, yup. Center Park, gang, they get smaller, but yeah, Weirdos, I'll say.
Yeah.
Or Weirdos.
Yeah, I always wondered how they started because when I was young, there were no Weirdos. And then one day I heard I saw Weirdos. Where'd they get that name from? How did they come out?
I know some of the first generation Weirdos, but how they came with the name and you know what I mean, I don't know. You know, it's a story behind everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe eventually I'm gonna connect with one of them. I guess when you came up, there was a set called Doty Block that got played out. I think they were Bloods back in the.
Yeah, that Dime Block. I used to sit on your site and say Doty Block is Dime Block, and all them basically became Inglewood family.
Okay.
That's I used to be a part of Dime Block over there on 110th.
Oh, okay.
Right, and then all them basically became Inglewood family.
Now, are the Tongans still active? Because when I drive through there, I don't really see any Tongans anymore. Are they still around? Are those families still on those blocks?
they used to be in an apartment on 102nd between Yukon and Doty, but not no more. You know what I mean? But I think they might more so be on the other side of Prairie somewhere, or like Hawthorne Boulevard. I don't really know. But you know, a lot of them be on Hawthorne and shit a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, they go to Hawthorne High and Lusinger.
Now, when you was coming up, the Inglewood's little Crips, they had a little corner of Crips, the Legends and the Raymonds, basically, just those two. And then I guess IBC on the other side.
Watergate, IVC, MAG, Raymond, Legends.
MAG, what's that?
Mad Ass Gangsters.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's the newer generation.
Yeah, that's probably the newest Inglewood Crip gang, but they kind of like they not too much around anymore. But that's the newest Crip gang. They probably came with an Inglewood.
And when you was going to school, I guess you crossed paths with a little bit of all of them.
Nope.
No.
Nah, just Tongans. The Tongans went to Morningside, but to be honest, when the Tongans went there, they'd be like they just athletes, but then they'd bang after school hours. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it was one dude in particular. His name was Noke. When I went there, he didn't give a fuck. He banged. You know what I mean? He'd squabble and like he didn't give a fuck or whatever. But you know he never got suspended or nothing, because you know when you that dude in sports, he was that dude. He, you know what I'm saying, he played football. You know what I mean? So, but he'd chunk him and all that. But that's the only one I could really give credit to that went to Morningside when it was like it was bad for a Crip to go there. That's the only one I could give credit to. Other than that, I didn't. No. Like at one point, I don't know now, but at one point it was impossible to try to go to Inglewood or Morningside to be a Crip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You wouldn't make it past lunch.
And they know that too.
Yeah, that was at one point, but I don't know now. You know, everything get easier as shit was going on. Like it ain't nothing like it was.
Thanks for watching StreetTV.net. If you're not subscribed, please hit that button below and click the bell to receive alerts and notifications. Feel free to comment below so you can give us your feedback, and be sure to watch the 2 related episodes to the right. If you want to support this platform or follow us on social media, visit the links in the description. And thanks for watching StreetTV.net.